Hello student. Uh, Today we are going to discuss about the basic requirement of machine element in continuation with previous lecture. In previous lecture we have discussed about machine design procedure and steps involved in the designing of machine elements, and we have seen that how the machine design is done, means what are the basic procedure, what are the basic steps which involve while we are going to design a machine element and machine or a particular machine. So in that continuation we have already seen some steps involved in designing of machine element, and we have also discussed about the machine is a combination. Machine may be a combination of different types of elements. Machine elements means different component, so individual designing of that component is also the part of machine design or machine element design. So here in that respect and that particular order we are going to discuss about the requirements of machine elements. Machine element a machine consists of machine elements. Each part of machine which has motion with respect to some other is called machine element. So we have to consider, we have to think about the machine element, and there must be some property that should be into the machine element, means from designer point of view and from the customer point of view there should be some properties, there should be some expectation that should be fulfilled, means that need to be considered. What are those? We are going to study one by one in order to achieve and one another thing, why we are going to design machine element, because to preserve its serviceability, to preserve its operating capacity for a stipulated service life with minimum manufacturing and operating cost. When we are using machine design or machine element design, then we are bound to think about its economic point of view, its lifetime point of view, and I think many more things we have to consider. It cannot be used arbitrary, means there should be some kind of optimization during the machine design, means for particular element or particular machine design we have to be very conscious about the material, about the mechanism, about the procedure, about the cost, about the ease of using, about of efficiency. I think that should be, I think, a main consideration while we are designing. So let's see what are the expectation, what are the requirements of machine element. And in this slide you can see strength. I think I'm just using blue color to show you strength, rigidity, bear resistance, minimum dimensions and weight, manufacturing ability, safety, conformance to standard, reliability, minimum life cycle cost. These are the basic, I think, requirement that should be fulfilled by a machine element, and there may be some more, but these are the mains. I think on the basis of that you can be able to understand, or you can be very careful while you are designing. So let's see one by one what are these expectation of these, means what are the consideration, means like suppose the first one is strength. What does it? I think strength, the force up to which your machine element can withstand. So your machine element should be strong enough to take the load for which it has been designed. So machine parts should not fail under the effect of the force that act on it. That is the primary requirement, means if you are designing a machine element, it should withstand against the load or against the stress for which it has been employed. So that is the basic requirement. So for that particular, you have to select the suitable material, suitable calculations you should do, so that you would be able to choose best and suitable dimensions and suitable material. Next one is rigidity. Rigidity means if your machine is under the load, then it should not be bent, deflect too much due to the forces or moments that is acting on it. Otherwise it won't be able to deliver the purpose for which it has been designed. So rigidity is very important thing, means, and it depends upon the material you have selected. So suitability of material and dimensions, that also need to be considered. The next one is wear resistance. Mostly the component are replaced due to the wear and tear, or bearing, due to the bearing of machine elements. And when wear occurred into the machinery, it won't be able to deliver its work. So it should be the wear resistance, means resistance against wear, should be considered while you are designing. So it is another very important parameter. The next one is minimum dimensions and weight. A machine part should be sufficiently strong, rigid, wear resistant, and at the same time with minimum possible dimensions and weight. Obviously you should not be approached for a heavy and bulky machine element if not required, because if it would be bulky, it would be heavy, and its dimension would be more, then obviously it would have some inertia, it would have some resistance to be operated. So it should be avoided, so as much as possible. And obviously if it is bulky and bigger in size, then obviously the cost will be increases in proportion. So suitable dimension and optimal dimensions should be selected. Next one is in next slide you will see another point, another consideration, requirement, that is manufacturing ability. As the name suggests, what is it? Ability to be manufactured. Your dimensions, your shape, it should be in such a way so that it should be easy to manufacture, or its labor cost should be minimum. If it is very complex, its dimension is not in proper way or not in standard way, it will take more time to manufacture, it will take more complex machine to manufacture it. So obviously subsequently it will increase the cost. That should be avoided. Another aspect is safety. Shape and dimension of machine parts should ensure the safety of the operator of machines. Machine element may be obviously machine elements are used, or sometimes they may encountered with the operator. So we have to careful about the shape, size, and its a surface finish, so that it should not be very sharp, it should not have burr, otherwise it may damage, it may harm to the operator. So that should be very important thing. Conformance to the standard. A machine part should conform the national or international standards covering its profile, dimensions, grade, and material. This is another very important parameter for machine design, because these standards and codes have been designed by the various societies, various organizations, so that a uniformity could be maintained all over the world. Otherwise arbitrary choosing of dimensions, arbitrary choosing of manufacturing methods may, I think, take more time, more cost, and it may not be exchangeable with the other elements. So that should be that is why your machine element should conform the standard. Means you have to design, you have to think the designing procedure according to the standards, predefined standards, or it should be matched with the standards. Next one is reliability. Your machine element should be reliable enough. means it should complete the life for which it has been designed. Maintainability means it should be easy to maintain, means its maintainability, it should be maintainable, means for longer time. It should take less cost to maintain. And another and last point is minimum life cycle cost. What is life cycle cost? Life cycle cost of the machine part is the total cost to be paid by purchaser for purchasing the part and operating and maintaining it over its lifespan. So it should be less, obviously. If your machine element, it should be designed in such a way that its lifetime, means its initial cost and its running cost, should also be lesser at side, so that it's a life cycle cost, means even when it is being scrapped, it should have some value. So that is what we are thinking about the basic requirements of machine element. And any machine element should have such properties, such expectations should be fulfilled. That is what we can think about the basic procedure of basic requirement of machine element. So students, till date we have covered I think basic procedure of machine design, and then we have also covered what is the steps involved in designing of machine elements, and what is machine design we have already discussed. And after we have discussed about the basic requirement of machine elements, means what property a machine element should be having. So these are the basic things which we have discussed till date. In next lecture we will discuss about some new topic according to your syllabus. Till then, thank you and thanks for your watching.